Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's episode we're going to be going over 5 ways to not die in Minecraft. Dying with an elytra can be one of the most upsetting and annoying ways to die in Minecraft. Imagine this, you're enjoying the beautiful terrain when you decide to land, but you hit the ground and die. Now, this happens because of how Minecraft works. Basically, if you're going really fast and you're going if you're going closer to straight down than you are to straight sideways, you're gonna take a lot of fall damage. But there's a way to fix this. Let me demonstrate. So you're flying, you want to land. Now we've already shown what happens when you go straight down. So instead, you're gonna go sideways, and even at a faster angle, you won't take any damage. But if I'm going slow, like really slow, and I decide to go straight down, or at least close to straight down, even though I'm going pretty slow, I'm still gonna die. Drowning is a very common way to die in Minecraft, and if you die in an ocean, you can be thousands of blocks inside of it and still take damage. Luckily, there's a few ways to fix drowning. One is if I take this bucket and start spamming right click, I slowly begin to regenerate bubbles because I'm basically creating an air pocket. Now, this way is a little bit worse than the next way I'm going to be showcasing, which is using a door, because if I place a door, I create a permanent air pocket until that door is broken. So I can get in this door and boom, I'm safe. I cannot drown. There's an air pocket. The next tip is how to escape piglin brutes. They're one of the most dangerous mobs in the game, but there's actually a very easy way to kill them or escape them. You do this by pillaring up, and then you place, and you actually have to pillar up 3 blocks, so you have to be careful. Then you go and you place lava, and this will deal with the piglin brutes, but you have to wait till they actually die first before getting rid of the lava. Another way to get rid of piglin brutes is by placing boats. So I can go boat, and I can lure it, and it'll get in the boat, and it is now harmless, and I can actually even just punch it to death from out of range here. It can't hit me, but I can still hit it. Problem solved. Fall damage is another annoying way to die in Minecraft, but you can actually counter this using water, cobwebs, slime, scaffolding, though it's harder because you have to crouch right before you hit the ground, a boat, though this is a very difficult trick because you have to double click, but if you get it right, it works. A bed, which is as easy as a cobweb, but it doesn't mitigate all fall damage, just 80% of it. Hay bale, which is similar to the bed, except it's a larger block, so you have to be more careful with your timing. A sweet berry bush, which is a very small block, so you have to be really precise, but if you get it, it's pretty cool. And finally, powdered snow, which is basically just a water glitch. Creepers are annoying, especially if you're not looking behind you. However, there's a really easy way to counter one if you see it coming. Basically, by placing a block at your feet, you can mitigate near all of the damage, because explosion damage in Minecraft is registered at the feet, which means if you place a block, you take less explosion damage. The ancient city is a very dangerous place. One of the reasons they're so dangerous is because the warden. However, if you use wool, you can avoid making sound. If those of you who don't know, basically you make sound by sprinting, jumping, placing, or breaking any other blocks besides wool. However, you can also use crouching to move safely, but if you uncrouch by accident, it's not safe. So instead, you can use wool to block up a skulk sensor and even to block up a chest. So the skulk sensor doesn't hear you opening the chest. So you can go like this. And then you can open the chest and it won't hear you, and you can take all of the loot without being noticed. This is also a good way to avoid the warden because you're safe and it can't spawn. And warden, if you don't have like full protection for nether armor, you're pretty much cooked. So the wither is one of the most dangerous mobs in all of Minecraft. But did you know you can kill it without lifting a finger? First, you have to go to the end and go over to the portal in the middle and dig down to here. Then you summon your wither, but you do it sideways. Then you run, and then it will begin suffocating under the portal. And as you can see, it is suffocating under the portal. And as long as I don't hit it, it will eventually die, and I'll have a free nether star. So, that's that. And it'll take a few minutes, but it's worth it if you don't actually have to fight it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching my video on 7 ways to not die in Minecraft. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. It's totally free. Also, you guys should check out other videos on my channel. And I'll see you guys next time.